Now, this video could at some point come back to bite me in the ass, but I need to ask the question, what is wrong currently with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? And I understand that pretty much this point last year, it was about mid-season where the New Orleans Saints absolutely dog-walked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and we were wondering what was wrong with them and if they were a legit Super Bowl contender. And at that point last year, I would probably tell you no, I don't believe they are. But we're here mid-season, and now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady, are on a 2-game losing streak. They lost 2 weeks ago. They had a bye last week, and then they come back and they're playing the 2-6 Washington football team coming off of a bye, and their offense looks anemic, and their defense, which, let's be honest, a lot of injuries. I think their top 3 cornerbacks are out, but their defense just let Taylor Heinicke kind of do what he needed to do, and he just kind of sustained a drive, and the biggest detriment to them was in a close game when they bring it to within 4 points in the fourth quarter. They let the Washington offense possess the ball for 8 minutes, and Washington eventually puts it in the end zone. Yes, they put it in the end. They let them possess the ball for 8 minutes. So right now, the Buccaneers, and before like Dean and all these guys went down from the secondary, I didn't think their defense was as good as it was last year. I think Leonard Fournette, when they give him the ball, is better than he was last year, right? Leonard Fournette throughout the year last year wasn't good, and then really went on a tear in the playoffs. Leonard Fournette this year is like first, second year Jacksonville Leonard Fournette. Looks really good, but the problem is today they only handed him the ball 11 times, and he averaged over 4 yards a carry, like 4.3 yards a carry. Not great, but hey, if you can run the ball 4 yards a clip, it's a pretty good day. So he had 11 carries, 47 yards. They just didn't give him the ball enough, and this is what kind of happens with the Buccaneers. They fall into this, hey, Tom Brady, let's kind of abandon the run when there's no need to. Let's let Tom Brady do his thing, because a lot of Tom Brady's throws, I mean, he will take the short, he'll gain 3, 4. It's almost like a run game, because Tom Brady usually makes very, very good decisions with the football. But the Washington defense, give them credit, haven't been able to get pressure on people, haven't been able to really, you figured you figured this defense, the Washington defense, coming into the year, they were a playoff team last year. You figured they would rely on their defense, win ugly games, and hopefully Taylor Heinicke, Fitzpatrick, whoever it was going to be, could do just enough, and their defense could really hold them. Well, their defense, coming into today, Chase Young, I believe, had 1.5 sacks, 2 sacks, something like that, nowhere near what he did. Defense looks nothing like they did last year. Bad news for them. Granted, I don't think Washington's pretty much done. They're 3-6. They're not going to win that division. I don't think they're going to make a wild card spot, but they just lost Chase Young, what appears like, I believe they might have said he went down with a torn ACL, or they fear he tore his ACL, so that's a tough blow for Washington, because we're halfway through the year, so Chase Young might potentially not be back for the start of next year, but he seems like an athletic freak, so he probably will be able to recover quick enough to get back for the start of training camp at least. But the Buccaneers, man, now they're on a 2-game losing streak. They're 6-3. Their division, I mean, their division's not going to be an issue, I don't believe. The Panthers now with Cam Newton at 5-5. Cam Newton will probably be the starter next week, but who knows what they're going to get. The Falcons, they just got absolutely blown out by the Dallas Cowboys, and the New Orleans Saints without Jameis. Trevor Siemian, they did a good job with the Titans. They gave the Titans a scare. They had a chance to tie the game up late in the fourth quarter. They just could not. I believe they scored a touchdown, couldn't get the 2-point conversion. But I think the Buccaneers still have. I still think they're the team to beat in the NFC South. But playoffs, I mean, they don't have a good defense, and so there's a lot of good offenses. Like that defense trying to stop the Rams. Obviously, they played the Rams already, couldn't stop them. And now the Rams have Odell Beckham, so good luck there. That offense doesn't look good. So you look at some of the defenses, the Rams now with Von Miller, but the Green Bay Packers defense might be the best defense, definitely top 5, one of the best defenses. They can cover, they can get after the quarterback, and now they can do a decent job of stopping the run. They're about mid-pack, but they're getting better week by week at stopping the run. So, again, same as last year, it's now mid-season, and you're looking at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers like, I don't know if they're a team to beat. Obviously, you never want to bet against Tom Brady, but now this is 2 weeks in a row where he's kind of been the guy to hold them back. He threw a couple early interceptions this week against the Washington football team, and then who was their last game? Again, I'm drawing a blank here. Schedule. Against the Saints, man. Against the Saints. He is the reason that they lost the game against the Saints down the stretch. You expect Tom Brady to make some plays. He throws an interception, takes a sack. They lose to the Saints. So their offense is sputtering. Their defense stinks. I don't know. You can never bet against Brady. The guy has 7 rings, literally that many rings. So I don't know if you can really count him out, especially when it gets to playoff time. It's just a different type of football. But I think the NFC, with the Cardinals, when they get Kyler back, when they get healthy, with the Packers, with the Rams, even with the Cowboys, I don't really know if the Bucs are better than any of those teams right now. They might be better than the Cowboys. They did beat the Cowboys to open the year, but I don't know if the Buccaneers beat any of those teams in a playoff game right now, especially after what I saw today. Good news for them. They play the Giants next week. The Giants have been playing better, but they should beat the Giants. The Colts almost lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. Now, granted, so did the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills actually did lose to them, and then they played the Falcons. They played the Bills, Saints, Panthers, Jets, Panthers. So, pretty favorable schedule for the Buccaneers coming down the stretch. Now, that being said, they do play some tough defenses. The Bills' defense is playing better. Now, granted, they played the Jets today. Didn't really give up much. Saints, they have a pretty solid defense. And the Panthers, that defense is good. And if Cam Newton can play decent, those might be 2 tough games. And honest to God, those games with the Panthers, now the Panthers are 5-5. The Bucs are 6-3. So honestly, depending on how Cam Newton plays, like those games could be very important when it comes down to winning the division. So that's going to be interesting down the stretch. But the Bucs, don't know what to think about them. But again, didn't know what to think about them this time last year because they were losing to, they were getting dog walked by the Saints. So you never bet against Brady. But right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do not look good. But I do know that playoffs are different. And, Tom Brady in the playoffs is just different. If you like the video, give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the Buccaneers in the comments. Buccaneers fans, let me know how you're feeling about it. Because honestly, I know if the Packers were on a 2-game losing streak, I'd probably be saying, fire everyone. Everyone stinks. I've done it before. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. And subscribe. That would be 134 at the recording of this. And I'll catch you in the next one.